Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is me, Dukect, and this pre-recorded version of the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me in this, awkward situation. I forgot to tell people that I was going to go out with my sister to see Welcome to Night Vale, actually. It was a very fun time, and, first time going to see that live. It was a great experience, and I want to thank my sister to take me going there. It was really nice and pretty cool for letting me hang around and, be a part of that experience and such. Anyway, let's get to, I was going to talk about the entire show of the Dukect Lounge on Friday. I was going to talk about WrestleMania, since this is WrestleMania weekend, and everyone else is, everyone got their 2 cents about what's going to happen, the card and all that good stuff. I like to wait until the day before everything else, to really get everything else situated. So, with that being said, let's get on to the kickoffs, because honestly, those matches I actually were going to be very interested in. Because, I usually don't talk about pre-show matches, but since WrestleMania has kicked 2 matches that honestly should be on the card, because they're trying to make way for a dumbass band that I honestly do not care about, and honestly, at the end of the day, we'll probably never be mentioned or heard about ever since. And seriously, a supergroup with one of the members of Blink-182, I don't care. And most people don't care either. Anyway, let's get into the WrestleMania kickoffs, or I like to call them the matches that should be on the main card. A fatal 4-way match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And here we are, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, the champions with Natalya, taking on a New Day with Big E and Kofi Kingston, with Xavier Woods. This is Los Matadores, Diego and Fernando, and the Usos with Jimmy and Jay Uso. I think this match will be fine. I think the match will be really good. I think it'll be high flying. There's some nice high flyers there. You have with Los Matadores, you have Kofi Kingston, you have the Usos doing some good stuff and some stuff with Tyson Kidd. And I guarantee El Torito will do something for the top row as well. He did last year. And he wasn't called for disqualification as well. I expect that to continue. But at the end of the day, I see Cesaro and Tyson Kidd retaining the tag team championships. Because honestly, I think one of the Usos is still injured. I think they were injured at one point. I think one of them, Jay or Jimmy, I don't know, because I really don't care for either one of them. One of them got injured, so I think the titles change will probably go to them maybe next month. Honestly, at this point, I think the only tag team with credibility is Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. But you know what? As much as I would like to say they should win it, I would not be surprised if Los Matadores wins and have only the crowd pop for El Torito, because honestly, once they go in there, they get less of a reaction. Honestly, I don't know who gets less of a reaction. Los Matadores or Roman Reigns. I don't know who. But overall, I wouldn't be sorry if Los Matadores picks up the victory. So I'm picking down Los Matadores since they have been featured more. Now it is time for the WrestleMania second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You know that Battle Royal Cesaro won, and oh, look how much heights he got to. He had a cup of coffee with Paul Heyman, and that was it. And he floundered, and then he did the tag team with Tyson Kidd. Blah. Anyway, the confirmed is current participants of this battle royal will be Curtis Axel, the man who is behind Axelmania, The Miz, the big guy, Ryback, the new and improved Fandango, which has less reaction and no one really caring about him, Adam Rose, the Long Island Ice Z, Zack Ryder, the Real American Jack Swagger, the Real Deal Titus O'Neil, the returning Darren Young, the world's largest athlete, the Big Show, Kane, Eric Rowan, Damian Mizdow, Sin Cara, Goldust, Heath Slater, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, Connor, Victor, and Hideo Itami. And one thing I honestly would like to see, what people say Mizdow is going to win, I think that would be, but honestly at this point, who really does need it, I would say Ryback to get some of that lost momentum back from the he needs to get some momentum back. I would actually put him in the Intercontinental thing, but honestly, Ryback was slated to have some good stuff there, and he had momentum when he came back, but the WWE squashed that, and he became just faded in the background. Ryback needs to look dominant. Ryback needs to come back and look dominant, and he needs to win and win with authority, and I think he needs to be the one who wins it. So I'm actually going to pick the big guy, Ryback, so he can actually win the whole thing, which would be actually pretty good. And now we get on to the main card as we have a Tag Team Divas match with the Black Widow, AJ Lee, teaming up with Paige, taking on the Divas champion Nikki Bella and her sister Brie. Do I care? No. Does the WWE giving Divas a chance? Hell no. If they were giving Divas a chance, these matches would probably be able to have, at this point, would say, honestly, I would have Naomi in this situation. I would have Paige as champion taking on Naomi or something like that, because I think that would have been really good instead of this tag team match that will eventually become forgotten, because I honestly don't care for AJ Lee, Paige, the Bella Twins. Personally, I would not be surprised if Paige leaves the WWE and just follow the same path Gail Kim did. Because remember, Gail Kim won the Women's Championship, but she was young, won a WWE Women's Championship, left for a while, and became big in TNA, came back to WWE, basically just said, screw it, eliminated herself in a Royal Rumble, I think a Battle Royale for the meaningless championship, and just rolled out and got back to TNA and started kicking ass. So I just would not be surprised if Paige follows that same path. But you know what? AJ Lee and Paige win. Yeah, I don't care. Really don't care. Now we have a huge grudge match as the Viper Randy Orton takes on Mr. Money in the Bank, the Architect, Seth Rollins, with J&J Security. I wouldn't say this match actually matters because Randy Orton got his payback a couple weeks ago after he just basically beat the living heck out of Seth. You know, it was basically one of the few times that he got RKO to have the table break, but also it was one of the brutal, non-bloody beatdowns, which sadly, again, I know I'm not the guy who, should have CCW or ECW stuff, but a little blood in that situation was nice. Hell, I wouldn't have that whole situation happen at all. Maybe get a couple shots of it, but he just decimated Seth. So, this match, and it doesn't have any type of stipulation. It's just a regular one-on-one match. It means nothing at the end of the day, because honestly, Seth could just beat the crap out of Randy Orton, beat him down, get a disqualification. Doesn't matter for him. He'll just be more fresh with the money if he cashes in the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. And honestly, I think that's why I wouldn't be surprised that happens. But you know what? I think Randy Orton wins, and but I would not be surprised if it does happen via disqualification. So Randy Orton beats Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins cashes in and wins the title, and at least he has something that Randy Orton and these two will continue the feud, at least end the feud at like Extreme Rules or something. If I was booking, but that's just my personal thing. I have Randy Orton winning. Next is the Dead Man taking on the new face of fear. As The Undertaker taking on Bray Wyatt, and probably one of the worst matches of this card. Will probably be a terrible match because The Undertaker I honestly think, personally after the end of an era match, should have retired because, hey, that was the title said, the end of an era, but they just kept going. Streak's over? That means The Undertaker retired. Nope, he comes back. At this point, this is really just, there's no real point to this match at all. I do not like this match. I don't care for it. This happened last year when the streak was still imminent. This would have made more importance. But now it's just not even it's a meaningless match with no type of stipulation. Nothing is important. The only thing that's going to happen, the best situation is we have a repeat of SummerSlam where just Bray destroys The Undertaker for like 5 to 10 minutes and ends him. That, like maybe for 5 or maybe 7, 10 minutes or something. That is probably the best situation I would book this match in if I was me. But if they're gonna have a straight up one-man match, as a clear Taker cannot go as he once should, and Bray can only work with the guys who can really go. I don't see this is gonna be anything special. I hopefully believe that Bray Wyatt wins, but it's just going to be a really sluggish, boring, and horrific match. Now I think this will be the match of the night here. It's the ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. As Bad News Bear takes on R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, and Daniel Bryan. I would love to say Daniel Bryan wins here, with according to some reports at Wembley, but I would love Dean Ambrose to finally get something important. I think Dean Ambrose needs to have a good Intercontinental title run. And I would like him to have that type of stuff too, because he needs to get something. Because I think he's the only guy in the Shield that really hasn't done much of winning, and he hasn't won a match in pay-per-views and such. But credit to him that he's still over. He still has the crowd invested in him. So I would not be surprised that I think maybe they should throw him a bone. And I'm putting my balls out. I'm going to pick Dean Ambrose to actually win the Intercontinental Championship. And I think that would be the best situation than either Ziggler or Daniel Bryan. Maybe as a good feud as Ambrose and Bryan feud, I think they'll be pretty good as well as a Roddy Piper / Bret Hart thing. I think this would be good as well. And have Ambrose hold the title at least until, say, I don't know, maybe hold the championship until maybe Ryback or, maybe someone like, say, I don't know. I don't want to turn Ambrose heel, so maybe have, if they really want to do something interesting with it, maybe give it to Stardust. But honestly, personally, my pick is Dean Ambrose for winning the Intercontinental Championship. But honestly, I would love to see if it was someone like Stardust, that you could easily have someone like Ryback beat him and what have you, because I think that'd be best of all if he actually did it. But at the end, I think this would probably be the match of the night. Ambrose wins, and I think it would be something people will be talking about. Next up is the WWE United States Championship match, as the super athlete Rusev with the United States Championship taking on the legendary John Cena. Well, this is not going to be well, honestly, I don't think this is going to be as good a match as they had at Fastlane. I wish the match at Fastlane happened at WrestleMania, so it would have meant more of importance. Let's see, because, that would have been a lot more of a, personal rub. You can have them lose matches somewhere else, but I think that would have been better. I honestly don't really think this match should ever happen at all. I think this match should have been saved maybe when Rusev dropped the United States Championship as a guy, Rusev something. I think honestly, again, Ryback or Roman Reigns should be the one to take him out as the young guy, what have you, not this patriotist old guy, the patriotism, situation like we're doing with John Cena, or saying, he doesn't, oh wait, that's not it. It's like, he doesn't have it anymore, or he's not rough enough, or, he's not as cruel enough, which is not the case since he basically tortured Rusev to get the championship match again, which, is our hero, everyone. TVPG, where torture is okay by the WWE. Yeah. But I think this match will be good, but I don't think it's going to be just as good as the Fastlane match. I think I see Cena winning. I see him winning by submission. And I think Rusev is going to basically go, and that's will begin to fall. And he will take basically a year or more to get himself back up. Because when he feud with Cena, for the most part, guess what happens? Everybody just falls on the wayside. It just happens. You just fall off, Very rarely, anyone who feuds with Cena, the longer you feud with Cena, the longer, it seems like it just adds on the fact that the longer you feud with this person, the longer chance you'll get bullied, go back so down by the card, you're going to be, basically either, relegated to, irrelevancy what Bray Wyatt was, or you start dancing like, Lord Tensai did. So at this point, I'm just waiting for him to start dancing. Rusev at this point. That's his next gonna be gimmick. It's gonna be Rusev the Dancing Bear. Exactly. He's gonna be, wearing, I don't know, something like that. That's gonna be probably his nickname or something. He's gonna be teaming with, R-Truth, That's gonna be so much fun. He's gonna tell Rusev is actually cousin to he's gonna find that Rusev's like, is like his cousin to little Jimmy or something. But anyway, As I said, Cena wins. And we have the Icon and the Legend as the Vigilante Sting. Can't say Icon, we have to make him the Vigilante. Take on the Game, Triple H. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be fun. This is going to be great because, oh man, this match is going to be terrible. I say this match is going to be, it's only for the spectacle, because honestly at this point, it's going to, that's what it is, the spectacle. Everything else is going to be, it's going to just suck. This match is going to be horrifying. It's going to be just like, you think Taker and Bray's going back, this will be truly levels of suck. You know, because, I mean, it's going to just be like a watershed. It's going to be bad, really bad. Sting wins, but it won't matter at all because there's nothing really important down the line. And now it is time to get to the main event. As the Beast, Brock Lesnar, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, defends his title against the number one contender, the winner of the 2015 Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns. You know, there's so many things wrong with this match, and plenty of people before me, and even myself, has talked about it. But it's here, and there's no use more complaining and bitching and moaning. Here it is. Now we gotta do, we just gotta sit back and grit our teeth and bear it. Because I think this match is going to be horrific. I think this match is going to be probably one of the worst main events matchups in WWE history. I'm not kidding. I think the crowd is going to be so anti-Roman Reigns, so pro-Brock Lesnar, it feels like it's going to be like, I don't know. I mean, when was the last time we had a 100% 100% good guy, bad guy situation? I just, I mean, maybe, when Cena was on top, maybe we took on Shawn Michaels and Triple H and what have you. But I do not see Roman Reigns getting any type of pop whatsoever. He's going to get mercifully destroyed. Mercifully just ripped apart by the fans. Then Brock Lesnar, because I think them, and, what have you. And by, hopefully, again, I know people could criticize this, but screw it, I don't care. Why does he still do the Shield get up? The Shield is over. Why not just take that stuff off? Take that stupid vest off. Give him a new theme. And at least I'm going to the crowd doing the whole believe that and everything. It's like they knew Roman Reigns was going to be so handicapped that he can't take any type of new persona because the fans will probably reject him. Okay, reject him more than he already is right now because he's actually coming out with apathy at this point. I don't know. It just seems like it's really lazy and just like we have to have. It's like honestly like how Marty Jannetty kept wearing the rocker stuff after Shawn Michaels threw him out the window. I'm like, God, move on, man. There's nothing there. That's what it is. That's what it feels like to me. But Lesnar, I would say he wins here since he signed that nice contract. And I saw that interview. Man, he came off such as a babyface, though. He came off such as a babyface. And something humble and everything else. WWE even showed on their website. And it looks like so much that he might win that we might get a swerve and have Roman Reigns. He's like, I think I can, and all that good stuff. He's like, I can and I will believe that. Yeah, basically, I tried to make him Roman Reigns seem more of actual, sound better than actually he already does. But this looks like I'm picking Roman Reigns to win. And I hope that Lesnar gives him an F5 and then Seth Rollins comes in and gives him one hell of a curb stomp. I'm talking a curb stomp so bad that he takes Roman Reigns out for a definite period of time so he can rework his gimmick or something. To do something, rework his gimmick and become and have Seth Rollins become a new champion or something. Because he does have he has the essence to be like the next cool guy, like, say, Big Cat Daddy Cool Diesel. But he needs some seasoning. Some good old seasoning to have him get better. Because at this point, he's gonna turn out to be just like Sheamus, who was pushed way too quickly, and it's someone who I think could have been something better. Like, I honestly would, if they really kept their word, and then I truly believe this: if Sheamus didn't won the WWE title, and they worked on him with his seasoning, I think he would have had a much more meaningful impact than he has right now. Instead, he's just a guy they just put in the mid cards and such. Not really getting over. He's just there. And that's what's going to happen to Roman Reigns, if not more so in a worse direction. He's going to probably, when he loses the title, I mean, at this point, I don't think he's going to really come back from. The only way he could do this is actually he either wins and gets cashed in on by Seth Rollins, or he loses, and I think that might actually help him out and maybe get something better and credibility back. But as it stands right now, Roman Reigns, if he wins and holds on the title for a long period of time, as it stands right now, if Roman Reigns holds the title, defeats Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, it's going to be a nightmare for him. It's already a nightmare for him now. This could be even worse. And just Vince and his stupidity. And Vince and his stupidity is the main cause for this. And I blame 100% on him. I would honestly put, I wouldn't be surprised The Rock cost Brock Lesnar the victory so they could put that match there over. Rock and Brock 2. That's going to happen in WrestleMania 32, which honestly, I wouldn't mind that because it would be a nice little something there to really roar the crowd. But, just like, again, with the part-timers, they don't have any real foundation. Look at this. We have part-timers. Part-time main event. We have 2 part-timers in a featured card. We have a part-timer going against a full-timer, what have you. You have these, and yet you have these guys, for the most part, who should be higher, if not even should be important to the card. We should not be seeing Triple H and Sting wrestle in 2015. We should not be seeing The Undertaker wrestling in 2015. We should not be seeing Big Show. We should not be seeing Mark Henry or Kane wrestling in 2015. Their time is over. It's done. They were done in 2010. Heck, even earlier than that in some cases. So, I just want to say this to WrestleMania preview and the people who are listening. I hope, I really do, that the WWE gets this act together. I really hope after WrestleMania there's actually some real distinctive changes, because if it's not, I would not be surprised if, if this just continues more and more. I mean, this stuff will continue depending on part-timers. They need to start focusing on part-timers. They need to start focusing on the guys who are there and get themselves over and such and start building themselves up. And, something like that. Because, hey, you can't build on nostalgia forever. As much as they think they can in WWE. Because eventually people are getting tired of it. Hey, the ratings have been proven going down lately, so maybe I'm right. Or just people are just like, screw it, I'm just going to watch NXT. Anyway, that's the show for this evening. My WrestleMania predictions. Hopefully you liked them. And if not, put your stuff down in the comment below. Let me know. Anyway, it's Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.